I'm good. I'm good. How are you? I'm just trying to get help for my elderly neighbor that lives downstairs. Her name is Miss Inez. She's 70 years old. And I told her I will see if anybody cannot donate to my chime so I can help her out, get her some toilet paper, some sugar, some stuff like that she needs. I'm just trying to help her out because she's an elder and out get her some toilet paper, some sugar, some stuff like that she needs. I'm just trying to help her out because she's an elder and she needs help. And I'm doing the best I can to help her. Yes. Yes, it is. And it's healing up really good. She don't know how to operate TikTok. I mean, if you want her to get on live, I can go down there and knock on the door and wake her up out of her sleep. Yes, it's healing up. Yes. Thank you. Exactly. I'm the same way. Because every time I stress out, like I'll break out like this and I start having the bubble guts really bad. No, but I'll see if my neighbor has any tomorrow. And if she does, I can kind of use hers. Right. Yeah, I heard Abreba is really good too on cold sores like that. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Purple. I went to work and I just came home. Went to work on the grill. I had to clock in at 3:30, got off at 8. It don't matter. I mean, dark purple. It don't matter the shade of the purple. You know, I just love the shade of it. Don't matter whether it's a violet purple or lavender purple. As long as it's purple, I'm happy. Sitting here watching Married with Children. Wanting a nice cold Dr. Pepper, right? I don't know why you're spamming, but married with children. See, I showed all of y'all. See, when my neighbor came to the door and I told him to vouch for me about him giving me a cigarette, he was like, yeah. And I was like, see, told y'all. Because when All for One went live, he brought my neighbor into the mix saying, I guess he was thinking that I was lying about my neighbor giving me a cigarette. And then when my neighbor just showed up at my door and I was still live right before I cut it off, I told him, I said, you need to vouch for me. I said, didn't you not give me a cigarette? He goes, yeah. So let them keep on making pages. Let them say whatever they want because everything that I come with is receipts and nothing but the truth. I have no reason to lie. Just like right now, I'm trying to help my elderly neighbor, Miss Inez, that lives down the right below me. She's needing help with some toilet paper and stuff, and I told her I'll get up on here and everything. Wait, what's up? Oh, All for One, when he went live earlier, he had my picture and he was like really talking about me. And he went as far as trying to get on Facebook and trying to find my account and everything like that. And telling people about my neighbor, Chris, giving me a cigarette. And I vouched for it. Chris was just here. He knocked on my door before my live ended. And I was like, Chris, did you not give me a cigarette? And he goes, yeah, like everybody that was in my live a while ago heard him. He, All for One, thinks I live in Section 8. I mean, oh my gosh. It is funny how people just be thinking like haters are gonna hate because they hate it because I come with receipts. I don't lie. I show people proof and that I tell the truth. I'm sorry that I'm not a thug out here. I don't get up on here and lie and con anybody out of anything. I literally come with the truth and I show proof that my word is good. And tomorrow, when I go outside and Chris is out there, I'm going to go live again and I'm going to ask Chris, are these Section 8 apartments? Watch. While I'm on live, he's going to tell y'all, no, these apartments that we're living in are not Section 8 apartments. It's so funny that nobody has anything on me. Like, I come with the truth. Like, I don't know why people want to go live and make pages about me. How much does a chimney cost? Nothing. It's on the house. Well, I've been coming, ever since I've been going live, I've been coming with receipts. I've been showing proof that all my word is good word. Like, I haven't, what benefit would somebody do to be lying to somebody? Like, what do you benefit from that? Like, my word's good and I show receipts. Just like somebody donated me, what was it, $40. I went and got groceries from the dollar. Well, actually, it was Instacart, and they delivered my groceries. I got the receipt right here. Like, I can show it. Like, come on now. I've showed it twice already while I'm live, showing that money went towards that. Like, come on, people. Just like people was trying to say that I was lying about my neighbor Chris giving me a cigarette. He came to my door and I was like, "You need to vouch for me. Did you not, or whatever, gave me a cigarette?" He's like, "Yeah." So there you go. Like, what the hell? Like, I don't buy cigarettes. That dude was giving me cigarettes. My neighbor Chris that lives on the third floor. So it's kind of ridiculous that I had to go so extreme to show everything that I'm doing that it's legit. So it will shut people up about talking to me. He smokes 24/7s. That's all he can afford. Sometimes he gets LDs if he can't find the 24/7, but he does 24/7s. That's what he smokes. And if he's got them, he'll give me one. Because I don't buy them because right now I'm not in a position to be buying cigarettes. It's just a brand of a cigarette here in Oklahoma. $13, my lord. A pack of 24/7s is $5.50 for a pack, or you can get a carton if you're paying cash or like 40 something. But like Marlboros and stuff, they're like $10, $13, depends where you get them from. Oklahoma. You know, in Texas, like when I went to Texas, I stopped in because I wanted me to get me a carton of cigarettes, and they at that time they didn't have 24/7s, so I got Lucky Strikes, and they was $78 a carton. And I looked at that man, I was like, I know you are lying. $78 for a carton of Lucky Strikes? That's like But yeah, it was right there in Orange, Texas. They had them for $78 a carton. I said, this is expensive. And people was coming around asking me, "Can I have a cigarette?" I'd be like, "Yeah, $2." They'd be like, $2? I said, "Yeah, because these cartons cost me $78. Give me $2 and I'll give you one." Shoot, you ain't getting nothing for nothing. That's just like right now, I'm pinning my chime here, trying to help my elderly neighbor out, Miss Inez, who's in her 70s. Matter of fact, tomorrow, I will even go live again tomorrow morning when Chris is out there. And I'll be like, "Chris, ain't I on here trying to get money for Miss Inez to help her?" And he's going to tell y'all straight up, "Yeah, we're trying to help her get some money where she can get her some toilet paper and some stuff that she needs." Because he has no reason to lie. That man works every day. Because that's what I was telling him when I ended my live. I said, I'm trying to get her $50 where she can get her some toilet paper and some sugar and stuff that she needs to put in her icebox. This $50 ain't for me, it's for Miss Inez. He's like, heck yeah. He said, keep on doing what you're doing. Because we watch out for her. So if people want to call me a beggar or a scammer because I'm up here trying to help my neighbor to help her get money where she can get some stuff for her apartment, toilet paper and stuff, then so be it. This is not about me, it's about her. So people that's making pages about me and talking about me, y'all might as well just keep on talking because everything that I'm doing is legit. You can. You can. You can. I can ask her tomorrow if I can give out her apartment number to where she gonna be at, and see if y'all can't do it DoorDash. I can ask her. I sure can, because she'll be up in the morning around 7 o'clock. If y'all rather do that, I sure can, and see what she says. Cause they do DoorDash out here. Cause she'll be needing toilet paper, some sugar, and what else she said? She said she needs some sugar, some bread. Chris got her. Let's see. When he came back. Uh, okay, good, good, yeah. See, if I was scamming people, you think I would sit here and accept the DoorDash? Okay, people, make it make sense. But like when Chris got back, Chris got her some eggs and a little bit of stuff like that. But she still needs some sugar. She does need some toilet paper and everything. But yes, first thing in the morning, I'll get a hold of Inez and see if it's okay to give y'all her information. That way, if y'all want to DoorDash it to her, you're more than welcome. You can, because it'd be a blessing to her. Whatever helps. Because he's a sweet little old lady. She's a little bitty old thing, too. Like yesterday, or like last night, his brother and sister came by, gave him some barbecue, and he had some of that chicken and stuff left, and we took it down there and gave it to Inez, so she has something to eat on. She don't get no food stamps or nothing, but she does go to like that food pantry, which is just her in the household, and they don't really give much. They mostly give like canned goods and stuff like that. She got a bunch of canned goods. And she was telling me today she was trying to borrow at least, she was trying to get at least $10. And she about almost cried. She goes, I'm just trying to get at least just even $10 just so I can go down here, because this other lady that has a car, she goes, if I just get $10, I can just go down here to the Dollar Tree and get me some toilet paper. Bless her heart. She was going on trying trying to see if she can't even just get $10. Get her. She said I need that morning thing and some toilet paper. Just bless her heart. We all try to help her and stuff. Cause I told her once I got paid Wednesday, I would help her too. Like whatever she needs stuff. Cause she mainly shops at the Dollar Tree, and she'll just tell me what she needs stuff, and I go get it for her and bring it back to the apartment. You know. And she lives by herself. And since she's been living here, I haven't seen any family come around. I don't think she has any family, because I haven't seen, because I'm mostly sitting outside and stuff and everything and see what goes on around here, and I have not seen hardly any family come by or nothing. She just be by herself, and she'll be talking to us and stuff. But yeah, I felt sorry for her today, because she about started crying, trying to see if she can just get just even $10 to get some toilet paper from the Dollar Tree. I don't want to see her cry. She a good woman. She's a child. She is a child of God. That woman right there. She don't. She ain't messy. Anybody can donate, or if anybody wants to try to send her something through DoorDash, like I said, I'll get up in the morning and I'll definitely go down there and talk to her and say, hey, Miss Inez, there's people that wants to help you, and get you some stuff or whatever to be sent to her apartment, and see what she says. Because she's got to be careful. She lives by herself. She's a fragile little old lady, and she just don't want nothing to happen if anything coming to her apartment. But I'll definitely get with her first thing in the morning, because she'll be getting up at 7 o'clock in the morning. She got to get up early for some reason. She normally sleeps in, but she's got to get up and do some things in the morning. for my neighbor because he just got back from the store getting all that stuff and used what money he had left to kind of help her out. And he asked me if I was thirsty, and he tried to give me a it was a monster drink, but it's Java cold coffee in it. And I'll drink a little bit of that, but I couldn't have too much of it because it was too much caffeine. And I sipped on it a couple of times. I just threw it away because I can't have too much caffeine. Oh, we all are. Like whatever we got, like we give it to give. We give it. We always look out for Miss Inez. Just like the money that he had left, he went over there and got her some eggs. He did get her some eggs and stuff, but she still needs toilet paper and stuff like that. Cause she about almost cried because she was like, even if I could just get $10, go to the Dollar Tree and get some toilet paper. And she's a sweet old lady. Like she don't bother nobody. She's sweet. She's been living here for about 4 years now. If I was gonna trust anybody with, even with my life, it will be that woman right there. Cause she good people. She told me if I can get up here and do this for her, she told me, she goes, I just want, she told me out of her own mouth, she goes, just tell them who I am. She said, be honest about it. And I said, oh yeah. I said, Inez, I'm going to be honest. She goes, just tell them, say, I'm down and out. I need help with toilet paper and stuff. But she does go to the food bank once a month, but they pretty much give her canned goods and stuff, but she's not picky. She'll eat anything. She's got a cute little apartment. I went in there today. She's got her like a little a couch, kind of like the one that comes out into a bed, kind of. And she's got this little bitty old TV. She's got a little antenna that hooks up to it, and she'll be watching her some cartoons. Her apartment's about the same size as mine. It's pretty small, but when you walk into her apartment, you could just feel it's so cozy. When you walk into her apartment, it just feels like home. It's so cozy. It's kind of cool out today. Me and my neighbor, when we went outside, we was sitting out there, and the sky was kind of clear. And next thing you know, we started feeling specks of little bitty specks of rain. I was like, I didn't know it's trying to rain because it's supposed to be clear. And it was trying to mist out there a while ago. So I told him I was going back in because I've already took my nightly meds, my medicine. And that's one thing about these apartments here that we're living in. There is cameras surrounding the premises, and I didn't even know there was even cameras until they showed me. Right there where we be sitting out and everything, cameras on the premises. I said, well, I'm glad this place is being monitored. Hello, 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 everybody. How is everybody's night going? My night's going good. The landlord, he's been driving by more often, stopping here and everything at night, checking everything out, walking the hallways. He came around. He came around earlier today. We were sitting outside, and one of the ladies that was sitting out here went up to him, and he flat out told her, he goes, which he called the cops. He's like, "You are not to be on this property. I have already trespassed you." He was like he was like, "I've already done trespassed you." He goes, "Y'all ain't supposed to be up on here." So he finally called the cops. She got on the bike and she was going down the road cussing because see, there's been problems down here. He's been having complaints about her and stuff, and she's not supposed to be here and everything. And so she started cussing and going on the bike, and the cops showed up. They was like, "Was that her down the road?" I told him, I said, "Just follow her voice. You'll see her. She's on that blue bike. She's out there cussing and hollering." I said, "Just follow the voice. You'll find her." They said, "Yeah, we seen somebody on the bike." I said, "That's her." Yep. About 3 cops showed up when the landlord called about her because she ain't supposed to be on the property. Because he done had her getting her for no trespassing. They're starting to wake up now because it's almost midnight. I hear people outside. They'll start coming in here and run up and down these steps like wild wet buffaloes. They do that. They do that all hours of the night. A lot of people comes and goes in this apartment all hours of the night. In and out, in and out. The crazies are waking up and coming in. And I found out too, because I was asking the landlord when he was here about that homeless girl. And it is true. He told me, he's like, she is not allowed to be on the property. If she gets caught, he's calling the cops. So I'm glad that I told her that my apartment's off limits. She's not allowed to come up here in my apartment no more. Because like I told him, I ain't not getting mixed up with that. I ain't risking my apartment to mess with somebody like that that's not allowed on the property. So people that's allowing her in their apartment, they better quit because they find out that she's in their apartment. Not only is she gonna get in trouble, but the other people's gonna get a warning. for allowing somebody that's not supposed to be on the property in their apartment. Because he's getting where, because his wife is sick. She's trying to get better. Plus, he's got 3 kids to take care of. And he's been coming down here quite a bit. Like, he's getting fed up with people. He's starting to clean everything up and thin everybody out. Have y'all seen any good movies lately? I want to see. I would love to see the new Conjuring movie. I know the other day their tickets was going on sale, but I would love to see that movie, the new Conjuring. I hope it's as good as the other ones. And did you know that they're making that movie Annabelle? They're making an Annabelle Part 4. They're making an Annabelle 4 right now because um, it's in the early stages of being developed. So look like to me we're going to see a whole new Annabelle movie, which I did not like like the Nun and Nun 2, like I seen both of them and I really didn't care for it. I thought it was kind of cheesy. Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome in, welcome in. And then I seen that new movie. It's called The Monkey, that was inspired by Stephen King. That one was. I'm surprised that came out good. But the movie, The Sinners, that was okay. But anybody who collects movies or buy movies, I don't know. Depends on your taste. Me personally, I would not add it to my collection. But I did see Bambi: The Reckoning. That was so good. It had a twist to it because I have an app that you could download and you can watch all these free movies. But I seen Bambi: The Reckoning, and then they have Peter Pan, The Neverland Nightmare. That one is pretty good. And then I seen a movie. It's called Morgan the Doll. I seen that one. That one had a little twist to it, and I was like, "What?" It was pretty good. That free movie app that it's called Tubi, they have some really, really good movies. I like stuff that's based on true stories. They had one on there. It's called Children Children from the Grave, I believe it's called. It's either Children of the Grave or Children from the Grave. It's where these real live ghost hunters will do a backstory on these little children, and they're trying to help them cross over, and they do real live EVPs and stuff. I thought that was really, really interesting. It was based on a true story. I watched that on Tubi. Then I'll sit here and watch on the Pluto app, which is free. I'll watch the show Three's Company. Who does not like that show? Three's Company, Mama's Family, all the old shows that we watched back in the day, especially that other one's called All in the Family, or what's that other one? Good Times. How was everybody tonight? I'm just trying to get my neighbors some help. If anybody can help, that's my chime. I know. I just love it. Like, call me old fashioned, but I love those shows, and it never gets old. Like the show, Different Strokes. Oh, I grew up watching that. Different Strokes. I just love that show. Different Strokes and Three's Company and All in the Family. You know my little you know my little neighbor down there, Miss Inez. Even though she's like 70 years old, she was telling me that every Halloween there'll be like a bunch of bikers down there. They're not too far from the apartment. They'll be giving away candy and stuff. And she said every year. Oh my gosh! And then she said every year her and that other guy will be sitting outside, and the bikers will come by and give him and her a big old bag of Halloween candy. And I told her, I said, that's sweet. I said that y'all get candy for Halloween. She said, yeah. She goes, we don't have to go out there and go trick or treating or nothing. They just be coming by here giving them some candy. Nothing like some good Married with Children. See, back then, that's when everything was on TV before cable took over. You could put you like a little rabbit ears and stuff. Because when I was growing up, we had a TV that you had to turn by knob. Back then, TV and everything was good back then. You had all these favorite shows coming on the every Saturday. You always had some kind of Disney movie coming on. No, it's my notification. We don't have no doorbell out here. My door out here, we don't have no peephole. We don't have no peephole. So my landlord was like, "Well, you can get you a doorbell camera." That's easier said than done because talking about it is one thing, but getting the money, you know, getting a doorbell camera, is another because it costs money. It's not cheap. I need to put this on do not disturb. Because I was telling him about that. I was like, we don't even have a peephole. He's like, well, you can get you a doorbell camera to put outside your door and everything. And I was like, yeah, I mean, that's easy to talk about, but, it's all about money. They want money for that. It's not cheap. My lip is healing good. It's just sore and everything, stressed out. That's what happens when I get stressed out so bad. I start breaking out, and so everything's healing up and everything. Yeah, you sure can. I seen them. I seen them on Amazon. Yep, you sure can. Because I told him, I was like, I need to get something because people be coming up here knocking on my door and stuff. I don't know who it is. And just like that one night, this one guy came knocking on my door. I was like, who are you? And which I didn't open up the door. He was like, my name's Buffalo. I was like, what do you want? He goes, you got toilet paper? I do for me, but not for you. I was like, no, I'm not giving him nothing. Or they be coming by here asking if they I've had literally I've never seen it. They'll come and knock on my door, and I was like, yeah, what do you need? You got a bed, don't you? Yeah, I got an air up mattress. You mind if I come in there and lay down for a couple of hours? I'm tired. Like they be wanting to come in here and lay on my bed, or they want to come in here and use my bathroom, use my shower. I'd be like, no. I told that landlord when he was out here. I told that landlord when he was out here, about that homeless girl. I was like, yeah, I told her that my apartment's off limits because I was sick and tired of people coming up here. The only person that I will help if it's Miss Inez. Yeah. Like if it's Miss Inez or Kenny, them two, if they ask me for something, if I got it, I will give it to them. I will even give them my last. Because they're elders, they're good people, they don't bother nobody, but anybody else, like, y'all need to go on. Because I told the landlord tonight, I was like, that homeless girl, I text her and I finally told her, I was like, my apartment, my bathroom, everything is shut down to the public. I'm tired of people coming in here wanting to come in my apartment. As soon as they put their foot in the apartment, they be like, can I take a shower? Can I lay on your bed and sleep for a couple of hours? I'm tired. I've been up for 2 days. Uh, can I use your bathroom? Can I use your toilet paper? You got something to drink? And I was like, oh my gosh. Literally wanting to sleep in your bed. Yes, I do. This $50 is not for me. It's for my neighbor. Yes, I do work at McDonald's. Been there for about 4 years, and I'm doing it on the grill, working on the grill. I went to work tonight. I had to clock in at 3:30, and I got off at 8 o'clock. I get paid Wednesday, and this $50 that I'm trying to get is for my neighbor, Miss Inez. And she knows that I'm up here trying to get her some help. Because trust me, my neighbor is going to vouch for this. When I go downstairs tomorrow, I'll be going back on live, and he'll tell you too. He goes, he'll tell y'all, heck yeah, she's trying to help her get some money because we're trying to help her out. Because she's 70 years old, she's trying to make it, and and trying to get her some toilet paper and stuff. But I'm also going to ask her too, if whoever be willing to do DoorDash or anything like that, I'm going to ask her if I can use her address, because people are willing to send it to her. And if she's willing to do that, that'd be even better. So I'll be asking her about that in the morning. Let me see how many follow. I'm down to my last roll. I got to get some Wednesday. I got one full row left, and it's gotta last me till until Wednesday. Yeah. Let's see, that one dude that asked me if I worked. Yeah, if I would have had extra, I'll give her some with no doubt, because she's the only one that I would try to help. Exactly. I try to be, I'm trying to do the best I can. I don't judge nobody. I try to help if I have it. But these days and time with the world that we're living in, I get it. I 100% get it. We're all struggling. Everything has went up. Groceries has went up. Electric, water. They've tacked on so much taxes. Even rent is outrageous. Utilities is going up. This is not the 1980s or anything anymore where we living good back in the day. Gas has been going up. Like, it's hard on everybody. Oh, you're 59. Well, exactly. I wish we had the prices today like we did back in the 1980s, like the grocery prices and stuff. Well, we all be living high off the hog. But everything's about money. I wish people like my neighbor that's elderly, I wish they will make one specific grocery store for elders only, and put out meat and stuff, everything they could in the grocery store, and let them come in there and get what they want for free, just for elders only. You got to be over a certain age. Yep, they sure did. They kept on. Everybody was wanting to vote for that higher wage of a job, and that's what they got. Over 100. What's that mean? And you know what? Exactly. I didn't vote for this. I tell you, shoot. Them talking about raising prices on minimum wages. I'd be like, no, because like when they was talking about it, I was like, they better not, because if they do, then everything's going to go up. That's not what I asked for, but they got what was coming. I'll tell you a person who is scamming. Y'all, people want to talk about scammers. Let me tell you about one. People that gets up on here and orders nails and stuff off of Temu or Sheen and get on here and make people believe that you make them yourself just so you could charge people $150 for nails. That is a dang scam right there. That's a scammer because for one, you're lying. You did not make the nails yourself. First of all, they're not acrylic nails. You get them off of Temu, Sheen, and Amazon, and you're doubling your money. Jersey, why you here? Yeah, but there's one particular person, I'm not going to say her name, but she gets up on here and she's selling nails on here claiming that she does them herself, and they're not. They're from Temu, Sheen, Amazon, and she claims that she does them herself and she sells them on here for like $150. And then when people get them, so you got ripped off because they break real easy. She goes live all the time trying to say, oh, honey, I did these, these are my own nails. No, they're not. They're from Temu. They're from Sheen. She gets all these nails and then she sells them. I need to sell these for like 150. Exactly. That's what that right there is what you call scamming. That's what that's a con artist. Getting money off of people claiming that you did these nails and everything. I mean, come on. And then when they get the nails, they do a review on them, post a video. Well, you got what you paid for. You should have knew better. I'm sure some of y'all would know who I'm talking about. She gets on TikTok all the time, and she goes live and she shows nails and she claims that she does them herself, but she don't. They're from Temu, Sheen, or Amazon, and she sells them for like 150. She's like, oh, these are acrylics. I did these myself. No, you didn't. That's scamming right there. And half the time people don't even get their packages. When she says, oh, I mailed out your nails, half the time they don't even get their packages. They just paid for something and she kept the money, and half of them didn't even get their packages. That's a scammer right there. That's a con artist. Just like when somebody helped me out with $40 and it went towards groceries, I did an Instacart. I got the receipt and I showed my receipt right here online, proving that that money went towards their groceries through at the Dollar Tree. Because when I tell somebody that this money is going to be used for this, that's how it is. I don't sit up here and con people and lie just to get what I need. I'm legit, and I back it up with receipts. Because you don't get nowhere in life lying to people. That's just like me trying to get $50 to help my neighbor. It's legit. I'm just doing whatever I can do for her. I understand people. I mean, it's hard to come by $50 nowadays. I understand most people's got their own bills to pay and they can't do it. That's okay. I'm not saying you have to. I'm just putting that out there. If anybody wants to help, that's fine. That show, the show, The Connors. I cannot believe when I was watching The Connors, the girl that played as Peggy Bundy, I cannot believe they made her come on the Connors to be Dan's new wife. Like that's who he married on the Connors, was that girl that played Peggy. I could not believe that. I was like, are we serious? because they got rid of Roseanne. It was a remark that she made, and they just wrote her out. Because I've been watching the Connors ever since they first started out being as that show called Roseanne, and they went from that to going into the Connors. But I can't believe they made that girl that played Peggy, which was Al's wife, be Dan's wife in the Connors. I was like, really? And then Dan had that weight loss surgery and lost all that weight. Boy, he just don't. He just it. I don't know. Just watching the Connors is just not the same as it was when you're watching Roseanne. Like everything is so messed up. Everything's different. Yeah, Dr. Pepper is my go-to drink. And I only get it whenever I can afford it. Like this can right here of Dr. Pepper right here. This was from the Dollar Tree. It was only $1.25. I just got this one can right here from the Dollar Tree because I can't afford to go in there and buy the 20 or 24 case of pop. It's expensive. It's like, no way. But that Dollar Tree that's over here in this town, boy, between me and the other neighbors, we shop at that store like it is a freaking mall. I mean, I am telling you what, that's like a really great store. You can get anything and everything in that store, from cleaning supplies to toilet paper to groceries. I don't care. I'm not picky about the brand. Let's see here. I thought I had something. Well, oh, well, whoever knocks on my door tonight, I'm not answering it because my neighbor, Miss Inez, she's already in bed for the night. Chris done went up to his room for the night to get tuckered in. So anybody knocks on my door tonight, I'm not answering it because they can just go on with themselves. I'm not messing with it. And you will too. Like that one night, I had this one guy banging on my door at 3 o'clock in the morning. I was so mad. I was like, who is it? He was mumbling around. Greg. Hello. I'm just trying to help my neighbor, Miss Inez. She's 70 years old. She lives on the first floor. I'm just trying to help out because she was needing toilet paper and stuff. She's an elderly woman. She lives by herself. And I told her, I said, well, let me get up on here and see if anybody be willing to donate. What the hell? Oh, here we go. They're going to show out now. There's nothing wrong with Miss Inez. She's just a fragile little woman, She lives by herself. God bless her soul. She tries to help everybody. And today, she started crying. She goes, even if I can just get $10 to go to the Dollar Tree to get me some toilet paper. She was just needing help with a few things. My neighbor Chris, he spent his last dollar that he had to go get well, it wasn't a dollar, but you know what I mean. He came back from the store and got her some a little bit of eggs and stuff, kind of help her out, and we look out for one another around here. Bless her heart. She's a good Christian woman. She don't have any family coming around. She's been staying here for about 4 years. And I told her, I said, well, Miss Inez, let me see what I cannot do. See if I can't get a little donate or something going on here and see about getting some money so we can get you some toilet paper and stuff to put in your home. Because she doesn't get food stamps. She does go to the food bank once a month. With her living by herself, they give her, a little bit of stuff. The food bank that she goes to, they don't give out toilet paper. No, they give out canned stuff and everything. No, they don't give out toilet paper. It's just a sore where I've been it's from stressing out, but it's healing really good. It's just a cold sore, but it's healing really good. But yeah, it was just from stress. But no, the food bank up here, yeah. You'll get all you get is like a bunch of canned goods and stuff. They won't give you much because you're just a single person in a household. But no, far as toilet paper and stuff, not nope, nope. I don't know what food bank does that, but not here. Mm-mm. Because that's what I'll be asking Inez because she be going to getting that box every month. And I told her, I said, do they supply toilet paper and stuff? She goes, shoot, no. And she gets Meals on Wheels, but uh, I thought Meals on Wheels did like come and give her a meal like every day. But she's like, no, they only do like twice a week. She gets 2 meals a week. She's a good woman. Like we try. We all watch out for her and stuff like that. She a good woman. Thank you so much, Greg. I try my best to help out, and she was asking me about toilet paper, and I was like, I only had that one row that had to last me till Wednesday, and I walked over here to this other neighbor that lives over here, and I asked her, I said, you got any toilet paper for Miss Inez, because she's about almost out, and they was like, no. And then Miss Inez about almost cried. She's like, even if somebody could just give me just $10 freaking, she can get some from the Dollar Tree. Like we was trying to rank up $10 for her. And it's just so sad. Cause see, we have her, and then we have another guy that lives down there. His name is Kenny. Which he's a diabetic and stuff. We pretty much watch out for him. Then we have another one. Her name is Gloria, but Gloria, she don't need help. That girl be bougie. She be eating out. Let's see, this is about the fourth night that she's been going out there. That girl got money. She be boozy. What question? You said stop talking. Just answer the question. Okay, I'm not allowed to talk in my live? Like, are we serious? What question did you ask? Because I've asked every little question that there is. I have nothing to hide. I'm an open book. You said just answer the question. What question? I answered everything you asked me. I've got nothing to hide. And you come up in here telling me to stop talking, like, are we serious? Is that how you talk to a female, telling them, stop talking? Just answer the question. Well, I did answer the question. I was just talking. Oh, I understand that. I understand. I understand. To I live in Section 8 housing. No, this is not Section 8. Oh, I told him it was a cold sore that's underneath my nose. No, I don't live in Section 8. Matter of fact, tomorrow, when Chris is outside, he works a full-time job. Once I see him tomorrow, I'm going to get on live, and everybody around me will vouch. This is not a Section 8 apartments. No, it's not. I pay full-blown rent here. It's a little small studio apartment is what we got here. What's that? Chatterbait ban you again? What is that? I don't even know what you're talking about. Faded. What is that? Chatterbait? What? Okay. Let me see what you got going on. I don't even know what that is. Chatterbait banned you again? What is that? I don't even know what that is. I'm being for real. Like, I don't know what that is. Like, what are you talking about? Does anybody know what that is? Chatterbait or whatever? Anybody know what that is? Because I don't. You can't even answer my question when I ask you what that was. Yes, it is. I just got a cold sore, but it's healing. Thank you. Can anybody explain to me what is a chatterbait? Oh, is that what it is? Oh my lord, I didn't even know what that was. Then that whoever faded was be like, oh, you got banned. Like I didn't know what that was. Like, are we serious? Like, okay. Thank you for telling me what that was. Hello, 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 everybody. Nope, I don't need Red Lobster. Sorry. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. I'm not a scammer. What makes y'all. What? How long have you been scamming? Doing what? What am I doing that's considered a scammer? Because I back up with receipts, honey. When I say that the money's going for this purpose, I back it up with receipts and I show proof. So, how was that scamming? Look up the definition of a scammer. I don't have to work in the morning. Mm-mm. I don't have to work in the morning. I don't go in till later on. Go in at 3:30, get off at 8 tomorrow evening. Hello, 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 everybody. Yep, but that's my hours tomorrow. Is going in at. I got to clock in at 3:30 and get off at 8. No, I'm not. Why y'all? Why you ask me that? No, I'm not. I'm working. Why would you ask me if I'm retired? My day was good, thank you. What's with the question about retired? Like, where's this even coming from? Exactly. I'm only 44 years old. I like to know where they're getting this from, asking me all these questions. Yep, I'm only 44. I'll be 45 next February. On the 17th, I'm Aquarius. Hello, 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 everybody. I'm doing good. How are you? Oh, you're 45? Okay. Well, that's good that you're doing good. Thank you for the likes. Oh, do you get, I don't even get no government assistance. Well, let's see here. My rent's only 648. I'll pay that. I'll break it down into two different payments. I pay him once every 2 weeks, every month on my rent, and I'll pay the electric bill. Why are you asking me if I get SSDI? I'm just trying to figure out why the questions, because I don't even get government assistance. I mean, they cut my hours for now, but things is going to be going back to normal in October. Because they be cutting people's hours. And it's not on section, I'm not on section 8 housing. We're paying full blown rent here. I pay my electric bill. This is what the small studio apartments are going for here. Cuz no, people assumes that we're on section 8 housing, but no way. The reason why it's so cheap is, for one, the apartment is not so great. It's pretty much, kind of run down. And the neighborhood that it's in. We live in a seriously in the ghetto. It is, this neighborhood that I'm in, it is bad. It is really bad. Now, if I want to move over there, like on the west side or anything like that, the rent is going to be very expensive. But it's cheap over here because look at the location. We're living in the ghetto, and these apartments, yeah, it's not the greatest, but you make do. Because this apartment building back in the day, it used to be a hospital, and right now this whole apartment complex is sitting on burial grounds. It's sitting on a cemetery, but this used to be a hospital at one point in time, back in the day. What do I do for fun? I play my online game, watch a little bit of TV. I go to work. I sit outside and shoot the breeze with my neighbors, and that's about it. because it costs money for entertainment. We have a movie theater here and everything, and like we have a movie theater, we have a bowling alley, but I don't do all that because that costs money. Here a while back, we had a carnival come through town. I didn't even go to that because it was so expensive. Here in Oklahoma, up here by Tulsa. I love fishing. I love to go fishing. I can even bait. I bait my own hook and everything. I don't mind getting my hands dirty. I love to fish. Really do. It is. I know how to fish, but if I get some good sized fish and stuff, I can fish, bait my own hook and everything, but I don't know how to skin them. Oh, that'd be nice. If I can watch that, I would love to learn how to do it. Clean the fish and everything. Oh yeah, that'd be nice. I love fresh fish. Have some good catfish or something. Ooh, that's some good eating. Oh, bless your heart, having epilepsy. I'm sorry that you have that now. Bless your heart. You're so welcome. Hello, 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 everybody. You know what? I don't wish that on nobody, having epilepsy and all that. That is so sad. I wouldn't want nobody to go through that. Right. You have a good night too. See you later. Have a good night's rest. You're welcome. Well, they're prowling tonight. I hear them in the hallways, going up and down the stairs and everything in this apartment. Yeah, they're out prowling now. They're up now. They do this till about 4 o'clock in the morning. You see all kinds of people coming in this apartment complex. They be going up and down the stairs and everything like a bunch of water buffaloes. Stomp, stomp, stomp when they come up and down these stairs. Hello, hello, hello. They're only doing that because the landlord's not here right now. If he was showing up, they wouldn't be doing that. Because normally the landlord will stop by every single night, be walking the halls and everything, and so he's not here right now, because he's pretty much in and out. So that's why they do what they do. Which I stay in this apartment, mind my own business, especially this time of night. Like, mm. And most of the people that comes up in here don't even live here. Because you get people that's homeless, that's coming off the streets. They'll be coming up in here, walking the hallways and stuff. It gets scary about this time of night. That's why my rent is so cheap. It's because the location for one. Hello, hello, hello. The location for one in the area. We live in a really bad neighborhood. That's why the rent is so cheap. And the apartment that we're living in is not. I mean, it's a little bit like seriously run down. So that's why the rent is cheap. But these apartments I'm living in is not Section 8. It's cheap because of the area and the kind of neighborhood it's in, the location, and the way these apartments look. Hello, hello, hello. Now, if I wanted to like move over here on the west side or the east side, the rent really does get higher. I like that name, Candy Cane. When I see the word candy cane, it makes me think of Christmas. Yep. Oklahoma. I'm up here. I'm up here by Tulsa. Oh, Iowa. Wow. Well, that's nice. You're welcome. Just sitting here watching Married with Children on the Pluto app. It's a free app that shows all these old movies. I do too. It never gets old. Hello, 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 everybody. It's not so bad at night. It's really cool outside at nighttime. I like this cool weather. I like the smell. I like the smell of pumpkin and stuff. That's my favorite smell is pumpkin. Thank you. I'm just trying to help out my neighbor. That's why I got it up there. Trying to get some help for her. She's my elderly neighbor that lives downstairs and trying to get some help for her, so she can get some stuff like toilet paper and stuff that she needs. I told her I'd get up on here and pin this, so see if I can't get some help. That way, she can get some stuff. Hello, 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 everybody. I'll be right back. I'll be right back.